Welcome to day 6 of another level. The next level. I was like, Dane Bowers. Right. So I actually watched a training today and it said about the next level, and I was like, oh, that's cool because that's what our program's called. But yeah, I've just called it something else. I'm sorry. Okay. Okay, so today we are talking about self-development. Okay, this is the key. I think it's the key ingredient for your success. You developing yourself as a person. Okay, when you look at people and think, oh my gosh, they've got it all together, how they're doing that, how are they being so positive, how are they this, that, and the other. It's all down to self-development. Self-development as a person, developing yourself into the very, very best version of you that you can be. And I don't mean physically, I mean in your mind, how you think. Your mindset is absolutely crucial in how your business succeeds. So I want you for this year, I want you to really, really, really dedicate this year to doing self-development on a regular basis every single week. Don't miss it. I try to do it every single day. Every single day I try and do self-development. It's so, so, so important to me. If I don't do it, I have I can feel it. I can tell the difference between when I'm not doing self-development. It makes such a difference. Okay. So when you listen to motivational speakers, I guarantee you 90% of what they tell you, maybe even more, maybe even 95%, is stuff that they've heard from the self-development that they've done. That when you hear the motivational things they're saying, the way they've connected the dots to if you just think like this and if you just do that, it's all through self-development they've done. So it all like goes into you, it all goes into them. When they do the self-development, it goes into them. So when you do your self-development, it'll go into you. The reasons, there's so many reasons to do it, but being within this business, you need resilience. It's not always going to be plain sailing. You need to have drive and ambition, and you need to show up and be dedicated, and to become that person who is going to do these things. Just pick up a book. What's your favorite way of reading, watching, or listening?
Reading.
Yeah, I think reading's mine.
I do. I love do you know, like the Let's Have It in April and stuff like that. So although that's not, well, I suppose it is self-development because it's like was it self-development? Not really. It could have been. Like it's about business growth and like I think ultimately
do you know what it was? Because like, do you mean the trainings that we did?
Yeah.
Because we were all there, really positive, really pumped, all those things. That in itself is like self-development. When you're watching people who are pumped and motivated and giving you new ideas, that is self-development.
Yes. And you know what? Just actually turning up to those Zooms, that's self-development in itself. So whether you're watching or you're speaking, like this right now, what we're doing is self-development for us as well.
Absolutely.
Because, you know, and everything that we're saying is either from our own experiences or from the self-development that we've already done.
Yeah.
Like you say, it's like, I think your brain is just like a sponge in it. It's a giant sponge.
It's
some things you just take in and it's just like, wow.
And I think we say this all the time. We wish they taught this in school.
Yes.
Wish they taught this in school because people would see, I mean, I don't understand why they don't. I wish to God that they did, because there's so much that it would just change completely. You would bring out, like, it took me till the age of, I think I was, oh my gosh, I was in my 30s when I came across self-development. I was within my 30s when I realized I'd never even heard of it, never even heard of reading a book or thinking differently, and how that could have how that could have an impact on what I did and how I worked my business and how I showed up. And literally from me finding self-development and starting to do it, and only like I didn't pay any coaches, I didn't pay to go any seminars, I didn't have the money to do that. I just read books, I watched YouTube, and from doing that, I've literally, my whole life's done a 180, absolute 180 from doing, and it is 100% down to my self-development.
It is so important. And it's as well, it's just, do you know, when you find like a good read, tell people about it. Do
Yeah.
you know, it's like if you find something that's really like wowed you, then like we tell everybody about it, because this is the thing in the business. It's just like this room for everybody. And if you're sharing and you're being generous with your findings, and then you're gonna, do you know, the universe is gonna pay you back. It's
Yeah.
gonna give back to you. And I think as like the more self-development and stuff you do, you kind of find that it's like, I know Tam, loads of times you've recommended a book to me, or you'll be watching something on YouTube and you'll screenshot me it and say this is gold. And that's happened loads and loads of times over the last few years and stuff. And then it's like, and then I'll go on and I'll watch it, and then I could say to somebody else, oh my God, Tam sent me this, why don't you read this? And you know, and then it's like, it's so nice that it's like sometimes you could even reread, do you know?
Do you know what you're saying there though? That's like a ripple effect. A ripple effect of like you telling me to read Noor Hibbert's book. So I think Noor Hibbert's book probably has to be my favourite that I've read. The first one, just
Yeah.
do it. I think it has to be my favourite. But you telling me to read that changed so much for me. And then I've told so many other people to read it, as of you, obviously. But then they've told other people, and the ripple effect of like people just having this like epiphany
Yeah.
that their life is, they've got full control of what it is that they want to do. They don't have to do what everyone else expects them to do. They can do whatever it is they want, and they have this epiphany and they just think differently, and they get out of maybe the way of thinking that was holding them back, or they'll lose their fear of people's opinions and stuff like that massive wake-up call. And it's such a huge ripple effect.
It is, and it works for your business as well. To take your business to the next level, this self-development is going to help you kind of let go of a lot of things. It's like, for me, I was exactly the same, caring about what people thought of me. You know, that was a real big thing for me. But I don't pay my bills with other people's thoughts, do you know? And it's like, and I know that that's a real big thing for other people as well. And it's like, so how I do my self-development is I like to first thing in the morning, as soon as I get up, and I'll read like as many pages as I can. I'd like to say I read 10 pages a day, and I got that from you, Tam. But I'd like
Well,
to say,
that's what I was told at the beginning.
yeah,
10 pages a day will change your life. So if you can commit to 10 pages, and that's what I did. I was like, right, 10 pages every day. I was like, 10 pages, 10 pages. Slight Edge was my favorite. Have you ever read this Slight Edge?
yeah,
I loved
I
that.
did. See, I didn't.
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah, I got more from others.
Compound Effect.
Compound Effect, I love that. I love that.
Slight Edge I read, right, that was my first book I ever read. And then The Secret, I read The Secret.
That was my first, The Secret.
Yeah, and then I read that.
Yeah. Oh, it's good, isn't it? And this is it. Like, I kind of feel like if you can get into the habit, because like the compound effect, it's all about habits and creating these positive habits. And it's the small things that you do that really will change your lifestyle, change your life, change your business, you know, change the way that your life's kind of going. And
Yeah.
it's literally dedicating hardly anything out of your day. And
Yeah.
it's like, if you can get into the habit of reading 10 pages every single day, whether you'd read 3 in the morning, 3 on your dinner break, and 3 at night, well, 4 at night.
Oh, listen to a podcast when you're...
Yeah. See, I can't listen. I take it in better when I'm reading.
Yeah. Listen, if whatever it is, some people don't absorb the words, do they? So listen to a podcast when you're walking to work or cleaning your house. Everyone's got a set of headphones they can stick in the phone, put in their ears. If you've got an Apple phone, just search Apple Podcasts and just search. There's a million, absolute million. Tony Robbins, he's amazing. He was really like at the beginning. Mel Robbins, the 5-second rule, that's a good one. That's a good one, definitely. But it makes you become like it. I can't stress it enough. It just makes you become the best version of you, who it is you want to be. You have to grow to become that. What it is you want to do with your business, you have to grow personally. You have to become the person that is going to take you there and do those things. And by having self-development there, rewiring your brain from the thoughts that you've worried about people's opinions, that you're not good enough, that you don't believe in yourself, all those things, rewiring your brain to suddenly have a complete like 180 in your thoughts and suddenly start to think differently. I promise you, you'll see amazing things happen. We can tell, can't we? We can tell when somebody does self-development. They're just so different. Go on.
Sorry, I was just going to say as well, like, I think when, I think growing up, and it's obviously like nobody's fault because I think it's kind of the same for everybody. We're kind of conditioned as we're growing up and we're going through school and what we're taught in school again. And it's like we're kind of conditioned to believe that we need to go to college, go to school, go to college, go to university, get a good job, pay the bills, and then do it all again, or just go back to work, pay the bills, go to work, pay the bills.
Yeah.
When you really start tapping into the self-development, do you know, and if you're not a reader, if you're not a listener, do you know, if it's not really for you, if you think you haven't got the time, you have.
Yeah, I won't have it.
Yeah, we won't have it. But once you get into the habit of doing it, you can recondition yourself to know and believe that there's just bigger and better things out there. And then when you realize that as well, and when you start to believe that, which all the self-development will help you, like we can tell you as much as we want until we're blue in the face that you can do it and there's more out there, and you know, it is, everybody can do this, but you've actually got to do the self-development and start to believe it yourself. And then I find like when that happens, it is just like everything around you starts to change, you know, because you can recondition yourself. Absolutely. And know, like I would, so for me now personally, bringing up my two kids, I ain't going to kind of force them to go, obviously I'm going to make them go to school, but I ain't going to make them believe that their only option is to go to college, uni, and then just get a job and make ends meet. I want my kids to know that they can do absolutely anything that they want, obviously not murder people, but within, do you know, like, and that's what I want now. And I feel like our generation of network marketers, we can do this and pass it down, and the world would be such a better place.
And you know, some of the best, well, I saw it saying some of the best basketball players have never even picked up a basketball because they just don't believe that they can do it, and they don't believe that they can try. It's like some of the most incredible successful network marketers just won't even try. They just won't even give it a go. And it's just getting to that point to yourself personally where you actually stop putting blocks in the way, stop thinking about what you can't do, and then start thinking you can do, because anybody can do anything. We're sitting here telling you, you know, we're the completely real people, and we're telling you that we've done this with our, obviously with amazing teams and amazing groups, but those haven't just come and been put on a silver platter for us. They've been through ways we've thought and the things we've done to grow personally and grow, and obviously work with those people and bring out the best in people, and making other people believing in yourself is the biggest thing, I think. But we have got a full day on that. So yeah, pick up a book, make a plan for your self-development, make a commitment that you're gonna develop yourself personally, make a commitment that you are gonna read 10 pages a day or listen to 15 minutes of a podcast a day. Make it part of your like non-negotiable, make it part of your routine that you are going to do it every single day, and I promise you'll see such a difference. You'll become,
even on the days you can't be asked, because trust me, I've been there so many times, and I have been there where I'm just like, yeah, not today.
Yeah.
And then it's like you sometimes, like you can tell when you're not on it, because you kind of feel like rubbish, don't you? You feel like
I'll lose motivation. Yeah, it's a concept. I've got to do it all the time. You get into those nights where you get into bed and you're like, oh, I just want to chill. And yeah, just do it. Absolutely, go for it. And I promise you,
it's 15 minutes, isn't it?
Right, so you've got it. And then if you spread it out over the year, even if you can only do 5 minutes, spread those 5 minutes a day over the year. I mean, what's that going to be like? 5 times 365. So that's 30 hours of self-development. So just 5 minutes a day.
And you'll soon be hooked on how it makes you feel.
Yeah, you will. You get addicted to it, don't you?
Yeah, it is. It's like a drug, and you just feel so good. and your business goes better, your personal life will start to, like, you know, that'll change and that'll feel better. Everything just feels better. And then because you're feeling better, you're sending out all the big, positive, massive, you know, amazing vibrations, and then you're getting it all back, all back,
And
all back. And it's
it is
amazing.
absolutely about how you think. How you think is so important, and how you think and the way you look at situations. Do you always look at the worst case scenario, but you'll start seeing the best case scenario? Things don't happen to you, they happen for you. Everything that happens is happening for you. But some people just never actually understand that, and they never grasp that actually this, as awful as this is happening for me for a reason. There's always, always, always a silver lining, no matter what. Always. Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, right. We could
Thank
go
you.
about this one all day. Thank you so much,
I
guys.
know.
See you
See
later.
you soon.